everyone, and welcome back. As always, I am your girl, Candy Washington, and we are here to have a fun kiki about all of the hot tea that is being spilled over in our beautiful Beverly Hills. So there's a lot going on with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But before we dive into the tea, you can definitely support this channel if you want to. You can give a super thanks that is below. You could subscribe, you could like, and you could share. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. So with that, let's dive in. Okay, so the first thing is the rumor that the 3 housewives who are out, because again, this week it came out like another blind item that there were at least 3 housewives from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that was going to be out. Sorry guys, my hair is like distracting me. Okay, there we go. Who was going to be out, and what they're saying, again, this is alleged, but I think this might be on point. They're saying that the 3 housewives who are out is going to be Lisa Rinna, Erika Jayne, and Diana Jenkins. I would agree with this. There's also the rumor saying that Crystal might leave on her own accord because she feels like she's being bullied on the show. It's not really what she wants. It's just getting all this backlash and everything. I don't believe that. I don't think Crystal's going anywhere unless they let her go, because I think Crystal's, not to be too shady, but I think she's that girl that wants the spotlight. She wants to be on the show. She wants to be liked. She wants to be the popular crowd. And I just don't see Crystal going anywhere unless Bravo lets her go. Hey, Darren, how are you, sweetheart? What's up, sweetie? That's right. Drop that candy cane. Hi, candy canes. Come through, come through, come through. So I believe that it is going to be officially fired Lisa Rinna. One, because, again, I know they're saying, oh, she's been a disaster on social media. No, the reason why Lisa Rinna is being fired is because she went for Kathy Hilton. She went for the wrong one. I don't care what people are trying to say out there. I don't care how they're trying to spin it. No, the reason why Lisa Rinna is being fired is because she finally went for the wrong one. Kathy Hilton, it's not so much that they're trying to protect Kathy herself, but they're trying to protect their relationship with the Hilton empire, the corporations, the hotels, the businesses. Don't forget that her daughter is also married to a Rothschild. That's a huge, if you don't know about the Rothschilds, you got to Google them. That's a lot of generational, I'm not even going to get into it, but let's just say it's a very powerful, very rich family, super connected with a lot of stuff. I don't think NBC and I don't think Bravo wants to be the ones responsible for keeping Lisa Rinna on when she was trying to say that Kathy Hilton was being racist and homophobic in Aspen. If you want more on that, I did do a video on that conspiracy theory. Hey, Misty, she says, hello, Candy and the Candy Canes. Hey, hey, good morning, everybody. What is up? So that's why I believe Lisa Rinna is going to be out. Not because of her on social media, because she's been a mess for years, but because she finally went after and messed with the wrong one, and that wrong one was Kathy Hilton. So I do believe that Lisa Rinna will be out. Then they're saying Erika Jayne is going to be out. This I believe as well. I believe they kept Erika around last season for the ratings boost because of the legal drama. It was all coming out in real time, all of that stuff. But I think as more and more comes out, I think Bravo and NBC, it's almost like, to use the buzzword, it's almost a liability at this point to kind of keep her on the show. She's kind of boring. Nothing's really going on with Erika. She keeps coming for Sutton. She keeps coming from Garcelle, the same rinse and repeat. And we're all tired of her talking about the D and getting sex and being wasted and sloppy on camera. Like, I think they've gotten to the point, or maybe, it sounds kind of callous, but maybe they have juiced all of her legal problems that they can get before they cross the line of almost enabling and almost covering up, if that makes sense. And also another reason why I think Erika might be gone, because the more and more that they are looking into Erika's lawsuits and all of that stuff, Sutton's doing it and all of that. In the next episode, we see how she says she even hired a lawyer because she got contacted by the legal team that is suing Erika Another reason they might let Erika go is because don't forget, Kyle, who is the OG of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Don't forget, Kyle is still Kathy Hilton's sister and all of that stuff. Kyle's husband, Mauricio, and Kathy Hilton's husband, Rick Hilton, both are named in one of Erika Girardi's lawsuits. The lawsuit for the $27 billion, they are both named in that lawsuit. So I'm thinking maybe they're trying to get rid of Erika for next season because now it's getting too hot. It was a key when it was Erika, Miss Pretty Mess, being a mess and all of that stuff. But now that Erika's mess is spilling into, Kyle's husband, Kathy's husband, maybe the pot is getting too hot. Because you always got to really squint and really think about why they protect people and when they protect people. And then when they stop protecting people, right? So I think they may be letting Erika Jayne go because of Erika Jayne's mess and all of her lawsuits. Now it's coming out how Rick Hilton, was named in that fraud suit. Mauricio, Kyle's husband, was named in that fraud suit. So, and people are coming after it. People are researching it. People are looking into it. So the chips are starting to fall. The chips are starting to fall. So they might be wanting to get rid of Erika to kind of take the heat off of what Mauricio has done and what Rick Hilton has done and all of that stuff, so that doesn't come to light as much. You really got to think about it because these are executives, these are corporations. We have a good fun kiki about it, but they're looking at the back end. You know what I mean? But we're smarter than them. We know what's going on. And then the third person they're saying is that's going to be on the chopping block. Oh, and I should have mentioned this. I heard that. So Evolution Media is the production company, that Bravo hires to produce the show. So each show will have their own production team, their own crew, and all of that stuff. Sometimes people cross over, but Evolution is the production company that does a lot of Bravo shows, and they produce The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So word on the street is that one of the top executives at Evolution Media, who was doing The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, left. And so now left, let go, I don't know. But they have a new executive producer who's like, okay, we need to clean up Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. He doesn't like what's going on. He doesn't like the ladies. He's listening to the fans. He's listening to the audience. So they're saying this is why this big shakeup is happening. And also, as we know, Erika's contract was up, and so was Lisa Rinna's, up for their 4-year contract was up, and then they could negotiate to renew, but they're saying that they're not going to renew. And that the third person on the chopping block is Diana Jenkins, which is no surprise. Diana was a bore this entire season, and actually she was really hard to watch given everything that came out about her book, Room 23, actually just being, this basically just a calling book for the young women and boys and children and starlets and whatever, that she was essentially sex trafficking to these rich and wealthy men. Basically she was the madame, but let's call her thing a thing. She was basically a pimp. She would find these young women, these young models, these young starlets, and whoever else, maybe some people who were just desperate or whatever. And she would, let me just say this, allegedly. Then she would allegedly pimp them out and sell them out for sex and whatever else for these super wealthy people. And so all of that has been coming out. All of that has been resurfacing. And I forgot who said it, on somebody's, a content creator were saying how the Bravo producers were like, now we know why, Diana came on the show. Everyone was wondering why, Diana, for all intent and purposes, she really is on paper one of the wealthiest housewives, in true wealth. But again, it's blood money. How did you get your money? All money isn't good money, right? They're like, well, she doesn't need the paycheck, and she kind of seems blasé on the show. You know what I mean? So she must have gotten on the show because she wants to promote Asher, who was her boy toy. I mean, I'm pretty young and Asher's still too young for me. And this chick is like pushing 50. Okay. They were like, oh, well, she must have gotten on the show because she wants to promote Asher's music career. She wants to get him out there, blah, 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 all of this stuff, right? Because as we've seen solo scenes of Asher playing the piano. He was singing at the Christmas thing. I'm calling BS on that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you guys, you know me. You know me. You know me. I never, like, I hardly co-sign or see the stuff that I can sniff out when a story is planted by the network. That is a story that was either planted by the network. Bravo was like, oh, we need to do some damage control. Let's plant the story that the reason why Diana got on the show was to promote Asher, to deflect from the fact that that they hired a woman who is a sex trafficker. Like, we gotta call a thing, okay? Bravo, I see you. NBC, I see you. I don't know who you think you're playing with, but we see you. I don't know if they planted the story and the content creator just got the information and ran with it. I don't know if they paid for it. I don't know what the situation is. I forget what the content creator's name is, which is fine because I would never put another content creator on blast because I think it was literally just a story that the network clearly planted. Because the question isn't, why would Diana want to be on reality TV if she has all of these skeletons in her closets, if she, is allegedly, a sex trafficker, if she allegedly has this, that, and third? Like, why would she want to be on reality TV when she's already wealthy? She's already all of that. Miss me with this. First of all, there are more reality stars, not just on Bravo, but in the world of reality stars, more than I have fingers, more than I have toes, who have fraudulent, illegal, sketchy as hell backgrounds. Jen Shaw right now just pleaded guilty to like federal felony charges and is facing a sentence of going to federal prison. We all know the highlighted people. We all know Teresa. We all know Apollo. We all know a lot of them, right? A lot of them. Taylor's husband. There are so many reality stars out there who are fraudulent. The thing is, they have narcissistic personalities where they think they can get away with stuff. They think that I've gotten away with the fraud for so long, I can still get away with it even if I'm on national television. And this is another thing. Just because you have money doesn't mean you have fame. And a lot of people with money still want the fame. And people can say Bravo's lowbrow. They can put their nose up. We don't, obviously, but some people do. But at the end of the day, you're on a Bravo TV show. You have a certain level of fame that other people simply do not have. And sure, Diana's running around everywhere, with all these other people and jet setting. But we didn't know who Diana Jenkins was until she was on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So sure, she has all this money in the bank, but she didn't have fame. She didn't have us on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram talking about Diana Jenkins. We didn't know who Diana Jenkins was until she got on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Money is one thing, fame is another. Diana got on the show because she's a narcissist and she thought that she could pull a wool over everybody's eyes. That's why she said in episode 6, oh, I couldn't believe it caught on with the whole book thing. So she didn't think people were going to catch on with the book. She surely didn't think people were going to catch on national TV. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but hey, people want what they want. Diana got on the show because she wanted to be famous. Point blank, period. The real question is not why did Diana want to be on the show? It's why did the Bravo producers not do their due diligence? That is what the true question is. That's why they're planting these stories to deflect. Why would she want to be on a show? Why would she want to be on reality TV if she had all these skeletons in the closet? Oh, it must be Asher. No. If Diana wanted Asher's musical career to pop off, isn't Elton John her BFF? Elton John's one of the most powerful people in the music industry. So why would she need Bravo to make Asher pop off? And she has all of this money, and we all know money. Look at Erika Jane. Money can buy you a musical career. Look at a lot of people on the billboards. Music can buy you a musical career. So miss me with that. The Bravo producers are trying to deflect from the fact that they either did one or two things. One, they did not do their job. They didn't actually do their due diligence to know exactly who they were hiring. Because I'm sorry, but in 2022, you have somebody on our channel that, well, we'll say alleged, but all you have to do is a simple Google search and everything will come up. It's not just me saying this. There are famous people who've come out and said it. There's a lot of stuff going on that have said it. But again, I'll say allegedly, who is allegedly a sex trafficker. And you thought it was okay to put her on our TV and be like, this is the socialite you need to aspire to be like. Look at all the money she has. Look at her yachts and her clothes and her house. Right, that she bought by selling young children. That she bought by selling the bodies of young children. That's who you're going to put on my TV screen and tell me that that's who I need to aspire to be like? I'm not poor, thank you God, by the grace of God. But if I ever was, I would rather be poor than be her. Because the way she got her money is dirty and disgusting. And I promise you, when she meets her maker, she will have to pay for it. There's not anything in this world that you could say, I'm going to give you, Candy, to do what she allegedly has done. And you want to put her on the screen and be like, this is who you should aspire to be like. No, Bravo. The question isn't why would she be on reality TV? The question is, why did you hire her? Why did you hire her? So either one, you didn't do your job and you didn't research, or two, you knew who she was and you didn't care. And you put her on the show anyway. And to me, that one is more disgusting. I can have a little bit of grace if you just ran a simple background check, you didn't know who she really was, you were kind of sloppy, you were lazy, you saw she had all this money and she was hanging out with Renna, let's put her on the show. I'll give you a little bit of grace for not doing your job, but if you did your job and you knew who she was and you put her on the show, shame on you. And stop planting these stupid stories. Stop playing in our face, Bravo. Stop playing in our face. Planting these stupid stories of why would Diana want to be on reality TV? No, why did you hire an alleged sex trafficker and put her on our screen? That is the question. That is the question. That's how we get Diana Jenkins. That's how we get Jen Shaw. That's how we get Teresa Giudice. That's how we get Taylor's husband. That's how we get a ton of people. So stop playing in our face, Bravo, because you can always tell when Bravo or NBC plants the story because it always takes the responsibility and onus off of them. That's how you know when they're planting stories, right? Ridiculous. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box, and then we can do some more tea. Hey, everybody! Okay. Hey, Miss T, have these ladies definitely been fired, or is it just a rumor? Right now, it's still just conjecture. It's still just a rumor, There were a couple of blind items that came out. We still have the reunion. We still have that, but I believe that kind of tracks. Hey, Miss T, Erika has definitely outworn her welcome. 100%. She's boring. She doesn't bring anything to the show. I'm just over her. Everything she does is rehearsed and too much. Hey, Tian, at Miss T, it's just hearsay until Bravo confirms. Yeah, it's just a rumor. Hey, Miss T, I bet Jen Shaw is worried. Jen Shaw need to be worried about her sentencing date. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl. But quiet as this cat on the street, Jen Shaw is currently living her best life. She's like, I'm going away to prison. I'm going to party and party and party. I don't care about hanging out with Coach Shaw because he knew what the deal was. And apparently she's not spending time with her family. She's just partying and partying and partying. But I don't know. That's just word on the street. Miss T says, yes, clean it up. I agree. I'm excited for new, fresh blood for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I think that would be great. I think it would be good if we saw that. Hey, Miss T, if we lose that Anna, then I won't get to listen to the child group. Listen, with Diana's alleged background, when she called him a child, my veins ran cold. Because it's one thing, it would have been just creepy, right? If she would have said it and there wasn't context. But the fact that we have context of the fact that she allegedly sells, children and young men and women for sex, the fact that she called her own boy toy a child was weird because remember, people who are into, I don't want to get this demonetized or blocked or anything, but people who are into young children or younger people are not just men. Women can also have that same, I don't even know what to call it. That, you know what I mean? That same, I don't even know. Conspiracy theory alert, you know it. I should call myself Candy the conspiracy theorist. Like, I am always here for a conspiracy theory. Hey, Darren, nobody knows who Dirty Diana is, to be honest. Exactly. We didn't know who she was. We did not know who she was. And I'm telling you, fame and wealth are two different things. You can get fame sometimes if you have wealth. I don't know how to pronounce wealth. Anyway, and then you can also, if you're fame, then you can also get wealth, if that makes sense. But you don't always have the two. And sometimes you have one without the other. You don't always have the two. Hey, Miss T, Bravo never does the due diligence, or they are down with the FBI and IRS. You know what? Maybe they're in cahoots. Maybe Bravo has a contract with the IRS because everybody is like going to clink clink or sing sing or whatever it's called, right? Hey, Miss T, Diana was awful, but made it worse when she jumped on social media, talking back and forth, trying to make a point. Thank you. And that's how she even told herself when she was like, oh, it must be horrible being a Black content creator. Well, as a Black content creator, let me tell you, it's not. It's beautiful. It's great. I love my Blackness, and I love being a content creator. She wasn't talking to me. She was talking to somebody else. But again, you see what I'm saying? Like, these people always telling themselves. Always telling themselves. And you're going to sit back and say you didn't know what a Black content creator was? Bye, Diana. Hey, dear Dana. She goes sending big love and support to all. Hey, sweetheart. Oh, you guys, if you did not see it, I did an episode on Dear Dana's YouTube channel. It's linked in the community tab, but it's also on her channel if you guys want to go watch it. It was all about the power of vulnerability. Hey, Darren Hood, I doubt Dorit is getting the boot. No, this is the thing when it comes to Dorit. I'm happy you brought her up. This is the thing when it comes to Dorit. I am excited. Actually, two reasons why they're not going to let Dorit go. One, I am excited to see Dorit without Erika and Rena. And quiet as it's kept without Kyle, but they're going to keep Kyle. I loved watching Dorit and Garcelle when they got their lunch and it was just them and it was just like a chill kiki and they were having just having fun. I love that. Dorit, I think, and I also think Dorit is seeing more of the light of Erika and Rena and that whole world. And I think that, I think Dorit thinks Erika is guilty. And I think she's just, playing along to get along. And I think that I would love to see at least one season of Dorit without them to see her come into her own. And then they're also not going to get rid of Dorit because now there's that whole salacious scandal that's going on of is Dorit and Mauricio having an affair. I don't think they are. I really don't. I really don't think they are. Do I think there's sexual tension? Yeah, but they're two, let's just say, attractive people within that circle world. They may not be attractive to everyone, but in context within that world, sure, they're attractive, whatever. So do I think there's sexual tension? Sure. Do I think they've ever acted on it? No. Do I think they want to act on it? No. Because you can have sexual tension with someone and not actually want to act on it. I've had that before. Hey, dear Dana. She goes, I pray Rena is fired. Please, Lord, have mercy. I agree. 100%. Hey, dear Dana. Erica's getting all white T-word hood. I know. Well, this is the thing with Erika. She appropriates Black, Latino, whatever culture all of the time. And her whole like, oh, I want a threesome with Garcelle's son. Get out of here. You're nasty. You're not invited to the cookout just because you say you want to sleep with a Black man who happens to be your friend co-star's son. And just because you do the hair and stuff, like your hair isn't any different than you go down to like Inglewood, you go down to anywhere, you see those type of hairstyles. The type of hair that Dorit has appropriated, that Erika has appropriated, all of those styles have been around forever in Black culture. That is nothing new. That's not cool or anything. She's appropriating Black culture all of the time, and it's ridiculous. And I don't mean to equate Black culture with white tee hood, because those are two different things. You know, those are two different things. I want to make sure I'm clear on that. But that is a good segue to the plan. So word on the street is that Erika and Lisa Rinna have this plan during their reunion, which now I bet they won't do since we've all been talking about it on the internet. But allegedly, they had this plan to call out Sutton as a racist, saying that, like, you know, she has said problematic things and she's a racist, and why is she getting protection and cover when, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just, if this is true, again, this is alleged hearsay. If this is true, girl, I am beyond confused and disgusted. Like, first of all, Lisa Rinna and Erika Jayne, nobody nominated you to be the white saviors or to be the racism police in any situation form. Last time I checked, both of you are white, and last time I checked, both of you have done very problematic things. Like I just said, Erika Jayne appropriates Black culture all of the time, yet you continuously disrespect the only Black person on the cast, Garcelle. Yet you disrespected her Black son, her 14-year-old son, who is a child. And yet you disrespected her adult child. Just because he's an adult doesn't mean that it's okay to give him sexual advances when you are friends with his mother. That's disgusting. Boundaries matter. And Erika Jayne has appropriated Black culture. She's appropriated gay culture, all of it. So you appropriate the culture, but yet you disrespect the people all of the time. So nobody is appointing you the racism police, sweetheart. Secondly, Lisa Rinna, weren't you and Harry Hamlin, you went at Sid and Nancy, and you took it to the point where you actually was wearing the N-word, the Jewish N-word, not the Black N-word, symbol, you know, I don't want to say it on my channel, you know, it's not a good word to say, on your shirt proudly. Haven't you said a lot of problematic things about, you know, Black community and this, that, and the third? You're constantly going after Giselle. You're talking about, oh, you want to go after me for racism? I'm saying Giselle, go talk to the girls at the Real Housewives of Dubai, which is a predominantly Black cast. Girl, bye. This cow link is messing me up, you guys. I need to brush my hair. Okay. Like, girl, bye. Girl, bye, bye all day long. Nobody appointed Lisa Rinna, who is problematic on all points in the world, or Erika Jayne, the racism police. Nobody. So if that is true, then they seriously need to readjust that, because that's going to blow up in their face. It's going to backfire, and nobody is going to really fall for that. Do I think Sutton is a racist? Absolutely not. I don't care what her little friend came out, I didn't see the clip, but allegedly her daughter's friend came out on TikTok saying, like, Sutton said something, this, that, and the third. Like, girl, stop. You're trying to do your 15 minutes of fame, I guess. Do I think in her entire life has she ever said something that may have come across wrong or cringy or even racist or ignorant? 100%. But at the end of the day, there's a difference between an actual racist person versus someone who says things out of their own ignorance. Those are two different things. First of all, I think every person, if we're being honest, we all have said something out of our own ignorance, whether it is racist, homophobic, you know, body shaming, whatever the case may be. We've all have done those things. You know, I can tell you a story about me. I was at one of my friend's wedding, and one of my friends from college, he is openly gay and he's great. And we were talking about flight attendants, and there's like this stereotype or stigma that, you know, that the male flight attendants are gay. And I said something along those lines. my heart by no means was homophobic. My heart by no means wanted to be disrespectful or hurtful or harmful at all. Like, that was not my heart. But when I said the comment, I forgot what we were talking about, and I saw my friend's face fall, and I could tell that what I said hurt him. So the next day, I was like, let's get some coffee. And I sat him down. I was like, hey, you know what? When I said something about, male flight attendants might be gay, I meant no disrespect, but I saw the look on your face and I want to apologize. I'm getting teary because it was just such a moment, I felt really bad, because I saw it. I don't know why I'm crying. I saw the look on his face and I could see that what I said really hurt him. And the fact that what I said hurt him, not to take away from his hurt, but like it hurt me, knowing that. So if we're all honest, we all have said or done things out of our own ignorance, maybe not intentional, maybe not a reflection of our heart, but that has hurt other people. So do I think that Sutton may have said that in the entirety of her life? Yes. But do I think Sutton is a racist? Absolutely not. And so for Erika Jayne and for Lisa Rinna to try and have this racism go against Sutton plan, to me, it's just a bunch of BS, and it's so stupid and it's bizarre and they're whack. And I hope the blind item is true and they're gone. We need fresh Beverly Hills, like truly, truly fresh. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Hey, Pink Dynamite, the lip licking drives me crazy. People were saying that, right? They were saying it was like the C word or something. I don't know. Hey, Tian, I wonder if they hire these people with an understanding that they will garner more press once they are caught arrested. I don't know what there's maybe that's your strategy. I have no idea. Hey, dear Dana, trust and believe Erika still has money hidden. 100%. Erika's not broke. Erika's not broke. Erika is not broke. Hidden in Swiss bank accounts with that fake house break-in. Exactly, with the friends of the friends. Come on now, exactly. Hey, Miss T, Dorito's going to do what it takes to stay on the show. She really is. She really, really is. I believe that. And you know what? I don't think Dorit is cheating, but maybe PK is. And again, alleged, just conjecture. Alleged. Hey, dear Dana, Dorit tends to ride the fence a bit too much. She tries to go with the power at any given minute. She never wants to get the knife in the gut. Her and her fake break-in, and two, in my opinion, #insurance. That's what people were saying. Hey, Miss D, culture vulture. Erika, 100%. Hey, dear Dana, #amen on Erika Jayne appropriating Black culture makes me sick. She does. 100%. Hey, Darren Hood, racist? Someone needs to call Erika and Rinna out on their BS, and I hope and pray Garcelle and Sutton teams up for the reunion. Me too. Now listen, Garcelle, Sutton, if you watch my YouTube channel, if you do, amazing, subscribe. Yay! Anyway, let me stop. I need you to bring it on the reunion. I need you to have a fury fire in your gut. I need you to bring it for these ladies on the reunion. I don't need you to keep it cute. I don't need you to keep it classy. We know you're cute. We know you're classy. Garcelle, don't worry about being the angry Black woman. We want you to be the fierce Black woman that you are. Sutton, bring that Southern bless your heart charm all day long. We need you to bring it. Do not cower. Do not let them yell at you and curse at you and do all that stuff. We need you to bring it. Hey, Miss T. Yep, that's her. We see you 100%. Hey, Deidrina. Bravo needs to set up much needed boundaries down the line on all of their shows. This is a problem. I agree 100%. Hey, Deidrina. Nope, Sutton is not racist. No, I don't think she is at all. Not at all. Please show your love and boop that like button. That's right. This is Okay, you guys, can you hear me? I just had the weirdest situation with my internet. My camera on my laptop went out. The internet was gone. Are you guys still here? Hey, Sharon. Darren says, Darren says, Candy. Hi. I don't know what that was. That was Bravo trying to stop the show. But guess what? We're not stopping the show, guys. We are back. I will figure out my camera situation after, but let's get back into it. Where did we leave off? I can't believe that happened. You guys don't understand. I was uploading, recharging, all of this stuff. Who knows? Okay, let's get back into it. I'm going to figure out my camera situation as soon as I can. All right. So where were we? Okay, so Garcelle. Let's get to Garcelle. Garcelle and Sutton. If you guys are still here, if you can hear me, just so I know, comment in the comment box. You can even just do a candy cane if that's what you want. Just so I know you guys are still here and you're still rocking with me. I don't know what happened with my internet or StreamYard. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so let's get back to, let's see if the camera, oh, okay. This is not my usual cam, but we're going to do it. We're going to go. You can hear me? Okay, let's rock. Let's rock. All right, let's get back into it, guys. So here we go. Garcelle and Sutton, we need you to be on it when it comes to the reunion. Let me see if I can fix the camera. We need you guys to be on it at the reunion. We need you to come with the fire. We need you just to do the damn thing. Now, Garcelle has recently come out and she's been calling out the double standards on the show. So essentially, you know how Erika was coming after Garcelle being like, you're only bringing up my drinking. You're only bringing up me mixing, alcohol and the meds or whatever because you're trying to take me down. You're trying to make me look bad, this, that, and the third. No, sweetheart. Garcelle is 100% correct. This is a double standard. Why are you coming after Garcelle for just speaking the obvious? And also, you brought Garcelle into the situation when you went after her son. So if you're going to tell me that the reason why you are trying to have sex with my eldest son and you are swearing and yelling at my minor child son is because you are drinking and you're in a bad place and you're taking medicine, then you're damn right. I have the right to be like, well, then maybe you should slow your roll. Stop drinking so much. Stop mixing your alcohol and your meds. We're concerned. You're sloppy all the time, right? So, yeah. Thank you guys for still being here. Hey, Darren said we can hear you. Venus is still here. Thank you guys. I don't know what that was. Holy Spirit activate. I don't know what that was. That was something trying to come through, but we rebuke it. We rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Okay, so we're back. So, yeah, so what Garcelle is saying the double standard is, well, Lisa Rinna can call you a mess. She can call you sloppy. She can say you've hit rock bottom. She can have a fake intervention with you, with Mikey, and that's fine. That's cool. You co-sign that you call that concern. Lisa Rinna read Erika for filth when it came to talking about the drinking, like you're sloppy, and then Erika's like, you're right, I hit my head and I threw up and I blah, 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 blah. So Rinna can read you for filth about your drinking and mixing meds, but Garcelle can't say, listen, I'm a bit concerned because not only are you looking a fool, but you being a fool has also affected my family. Miss me with all of this, Erika. And also, did anybody believe that the intervention with Lisa Rinna and Mikey was actually real? That to me was 1000% scripted. And again, they always tell themselves. So Mikey, to my knowledge, has never been in a scene with the girls where they're talking about serious issues, like a sit down, right? He'll be there doing the makeup. He'll be there, with the clothes. He'll be there doing this, that, and the third. And it's almost like ancillary, right? They have like their hair and their makeup and their stylist, and they just sort of say a couple of lines to like continue the storyline going, but they're never like a focal point. So Mikey was doing what Mikey does, and he was ready to exit stage left. And then Erika was the one who said, no, Mikey, you stay, because she knew they were about to do their fake scene. And then in the confessionals, if you caught it, Lisa Rinna was like, who better than me and Mikey to get together to talk to Erika about her drinking, because I'm the closest to her in the group and Mikey has known her for years. So it'd be good coming from us. So which was it? Did Lisa, Rinna, and Mikey already talk and say, hey, we're going to get together. We're going to have this, low-key intervention with our girl. We're worried about her, which is what Rinna was trying to say, like trying to make it genuine and authentic. Like, oh, our girl is struggling. Let's have a little intervention to see how she's doing. Or was it completely staged, fake, and phony? Because then Erika was the one that told Mikey to stay, because clearly Mikey, Erika, and Lisa Rinna all got together and knew exactly what they were going to say and what the points were, because the whole conversation was very scripted. Everybody knew the beats. We've never seen you like this. This is so out of character. You must hit rock bottom. You've been through so much. And I'm really tired of the narrative of them trying to say that Erika is a victim in any way, shape, or form, because she's not. The only way to make the lie that they're trying to make us believe that it was Rinna and Mikey who got together and were like so concerned about their friend Erika, who's usually so strong and is going through so everything, is if it was Rinna who told Mikey to stay, not Erika. But the fact that Erika was the one who told Mikey to stay means Erika knew what the conversation was about to be, and she knew that Mikey was supposed to be there for it. So they show you, you know what I mean? You have to really watch these people. They show you exactly who they are. They show you their slip-ups. They show you all of that. So if it was actually this true blindsiding Erika with this loving intervention, then Rinna would have been the one that would have been like, oh no, Mikey, you stay. We talked. We're going to talk to Erika now. But the fact that Erika told Mikey to stay proves that the three of them already knew what the scene was about to be. So stop playing in our face with these fake scenes. That's another thing. Evolution Media, bravo, if you're watching, if you tried to strike down my internet, I don't know what that was. If you're trying to strike down my internet, let me give you another tip. A, do your due diligence. Stop hiring alleged sex traffickers and fraudulent people. And two, stop having these hyper scripted produced scenes. I don't know if the producers are in on it, because sometimes I do think that the women, particularly like the Fab Four, but on all the franchises, on their own, without the producers, without the network, on their own, they get together to be like, this is going to be the storylines. These are the people we're going to go after. These are the things we're going to do. Blah, 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 blah. We're not going to talk about any of our own stuff. We're going to have code words for if you're drinking too much or you're getting out of pocket, all this stuff, right? And that's another thing, but I'll get to that in a second. But if you are a producer and if you are watching them and because it's painfully obvious that these scenes are scripted. It is painfully obvious. If we can sense it on camera, how did you not sense it in real life? We need the producers to actually produce. So if you are sitting there and you see that your talent is literally manufacturing a scene, you need to intervene and be like, hey, you know what? This isn't landing right. Let's talk about this instead. Throw a whole different subject for them to talk about so that they organically and authentically have to have a real conversation. But the scriptedness of it all, we have it with Melody and Huntsville. We have it a lot with these people. It's not giving us what we need. I know it's scripted reality. I know it's not real, but there comes a point where it's like, please, like, pretend. Can I pretend for a second that this isn't real? Like, can I just pretend for like a little bit? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just too much. And then another thing is the real reason why, I think two things when it comes to Erika's drinking and mixing meds and being sloppy. Some people are like, oh, is it just for show? Is it just, what do you call it? Is it just for show? Is it because she's trying to deflect? Yes, I think she's trying to deflect. And also I do think she's getting drunk and sloppy. But I think Dorit and Kyle, maybe not so much Kyle, but I think Dorit because they don't really rock with Kyle. Sure, they're the Fab Four, but the three that are really in cahoots is Dorit, Rinna, and Erika. Those are the three that are actually in cahoots. They keep Kyle around because they know that she's an OG and she has power on the show. I don't think that they were so concerned about Erika and her drinking. I think they were concerned that Erika's going to drink and spill their secrets. Loose lips sink ships. So what I think it's more of like, you're getting really sloppy. You're telling your business. It's only a matter of time before you get sloppy and you tell my business. So you need to rein it in. You need to rein it in. You know what I mean? I think it's more of that than anything else. That's what you guys are saying. Hey, Darren, Garcelle needs to bring it at the reunion 100%. Exactly. Do not bow down. Do not cower. Don't think it's going to mess up your reputation. We already know you're a class act, Garcelle. We already know it. We love you for it. And you can give it to them good without getting in the gutter. Like, I need her to be like Karen Huger from Potomac, right? Karen Huger exudes class, elegance all day long, but she will read a chick down for filth. That is what I need from Garcelle. You can say classy, you can say elegant, but I need you to read Rinna and Erika down, and Diana. You need to read them down. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Darren Hood, I don't think it was real. It was totally scripted. It was totally scripted. Hey, Darren, intervention has to include all of your friends as opposed to what Contessa did on Married to Medicine. Listen, Contessa wanted to get back, and I'm not mad at it. I am here for Contessa giving Dr. Heavenly the business. I'm here for it. Hey, Darren, and all your friends that Contessa did, yeah. I'm here for Contessa giving Dr. Heavenly the business. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Yeah. Woof! And you guys are still here and supporting me. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Sorry for that glitch earlier. I will get that all situated. Bravo. You can't stop me. Okay, let's do it. All right, next up. Okay, do we want to do Lisa confirms that she lied, or do we want to do Brandi out of control? Those are the next two hot topics, and then we're going to wind it down so I can make sure my internet's good. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to do Brandi out of control or Lisa confirms her fake storyline? Put it in the chat box. Which one do you want to do? And then we'll do the other one. Put them in the chat box, guys. Let me know. And for all you guys catching the replay, be sure to like this channel. Subscribe to the channel, like this video. You can also support by giving a super thanks. That's also linked below. And check out everything in the description box. Thank you, my beautiful candy cans. You guys don't have a preference? All right, let's go to Lisa confirms that she lies, and then we'll round out with Brandi being out of control. Okay. So Lisa Rinna. This is something I have said forever. Forever I have said this. Lisa Rinna uses her family, for a storyline because she personally does not have one. She's milking it with the death of her mother, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful or rude to anyone who's grieving the death of a parent. I wish that on no one. I've never experienced that, and I don't want to think about it. So I'm being respectful to that. But she has been milking the death of her mother as an excuse for her poor behavior and her nasty attitude. So she's not beyond milking the death of her mother. She's not beyond milking her children's. She talked about, she made Amelia talk about her ED and all this stuff. She's not above using her own children, and she's not above using her own husband, Harry, because it came out because now that Bravo is no longer protecting Rinna because they want her gone because she went after Kathy Hilton. Now, all of a sudden, we're getting a leaked, never before seen, scene where Rinna is admitting to the fact that she lied and said that Harry Hamlin was upset because Garcelle did not thank him enough. So she admitted that was a bold-faced lie. She made that up. First of all, it never made sense in the first place. Secondly, I knew she was lying because it didn't make any sense. Harry Hamlin doesn't give an F. Harry Hamlin is off doing Broadway. He's a actual true actor. He's up in Canada living his best life. You know what I mean? Harry is miss me with this. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Makes no sense. It was just something that Lisa clearly made up. And this is the thing. Lisa always uses Harry as a shield, as a buffer, because everybody loves Harry Hamlin. I also think she lied on Harry about the bunny. Remember the whole bunny gate years ago with Kim Richards at the reunion where she was like, Harry said that I should make things right, so here's a bunny for your grandchild. Lies, the lies. Harry Hamlin did not tell you to give that woman a bunny. He's probably like, what bunny? What are you talking about? I think that was a lie. She always uses Harry whenever she is in a tough situation to get cover. And she admitted it. And this is why I know Bravo is doing two things. One, Bravo, I don't know if they need a new social media team. No shade to them. Shout out to Bravo social media. You guys do a great job, but I think maybe you need extra help because Bravo is continuously catching up to the audience. And Bravo is continuously catching up to social media. So we've seen time and time again, you know, what happened before with Lisa Vanderpump when Bravo thought that the world would be mad at LVP about Puppygate. And it turned out everyone was just like, no, hashtag Mean Girls of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Lisa Rinna is legitimately grieving the death of her brother and her mother, and these women are tearing her down. We were all on LVP side. Bravo missed the mark when, you know, in Potomac, they thought that everyone was going to be so mad at Monique when the Candace fight came out. Did we condone violence? Absolutely not. But did we understand it? 100%. They missed the mark there, right? So I think that Bravo is continuously I don't know who on the Bravo team, whether it's an executive, whether it's social media, or maybe it's evolution. I don't know who is not in the place where they're so tone deaf to how the audience is actually going to respond. They've missed the mark a lot. And so they've been doing a lot of catching up to like, oh, the audience actually likes this housewife, not that housewife. But Bravo has been protecting the other housewife. And we see that in this instance. Because if they were not protecting Rinna, why did they not show that clip? That is a very juicy clip. When you have a housewife who is sitting there and admitting on camera during a scene that they're filming, I outright lied about something that was as big. I mean, as it was dumb as hell, the whole sauce apology thing. But it was huge, right, in their world. Outright lying and you did not show it. How do you explain that? Because in that moment, you were protecting Rinna and you were agreeing to this bogus Harry sauce apologies thing that led to like Sutton and Elton John and the charity, all that BS. You were agreeing to a BS storyline that you knew wasn't true, and you were also covering Rinna. But now that Rinna is no longer in favor, think about a Nene Leakes. Think about everybody else. You know, everyone who gets cover when they're in favor, but when they're out of favor, they no longer have that cover and they get mad. So now that Rinna no longer has the cover of Bravo and NBC because she went after Kathy Hilton, now they're leaking never before scenes where she is literally on camera admitting that she told a bold-faced lie and completely faked an entire storyline. So Bravo, you have some answering to do. The same way I said you're not doing your due diligence, or you're hiring people who you know who are legally problematic to the core with some stuff. And then you're clearly protecting certain housewives, and then the moment they're not out of favor, you're throwing them under the bus. Because any producer worth their salt would have had that scene in the actual show. But now, because the audience doesn't mess with Rinna, now because NBC isn't messing with Rinna because they're choosing the Hilton legacy over Rinna, now you want to, you know, all of a sudden leak that scene out? Make it make sense. You know me. I don't believe in a coincidence. I only believe in conspiracies. It's not a coincidence that now Bravo is throwing Lisa under the bus. It's not a coincidence. Because if they were doing their job, that should have already been on the show, right? So there you have it. Lisa Rinna totally confirmed that she was lying and faking her storyline the entire time. Okay. All right, next up, Brandi Glanville. We all know that Brandi was on the show years ago. She was just on Ultimate Girls Trip. Brandi. I don't like Brandi. I'm not a Brandi fan. Apparently, and I'm going to say alleged, but she said it herself, but I'm going to say alleged. She got drunk and high, and her son, I'm not saying her son's name, had recently broken up with his girlfriend. I'm not saying the girlfriend's name either, even though it's out there, because the girlfriend went public on TikTok. I'm still not going to say it because they're kids. She got drunk and high. She was in her feelings about her son's breakup, and she went and started rage texting this girl. I'm guessing the girl's a teenager because I believe both her sons are still, I want to say they're still underage, but I feel they're like high school, early college. I mean, early college at the most, but I want to say they're probably like junior, senior, sophomore, all that, whatever. She gets drunk and high, and she starts rage texting this girl and being like, you think you're crazy? You don't want to mess with my crazy. Like, leave my son alone. Let him heal. Blah, 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 going all off the crazy train, going all over the place, going all over the world, ripping into this girl. And mind you, this girl is probably like a teenager. And the girl writes back, and she's like, I'm confused. People break up all the time. I'm still in contact with your son. I asked him if it was okay for us to be in contact. I asked him if it was okay for me to be in his room. He said it was fine. We're working through the things as friends. Here are the screenshots. Here are the receipts of my conversation with your son. And then the girl then went and put it on blast on TikTok and was just like, hey, everybody, this is what Brandi said. You can't talk to me this way. You can't disrespect me this way. Then Brandi comes out and it's just like, I don't even know what I said. I was drunk, I was high, I blacked out, and I rage texted you. Girl, my bad, I'm sorry. Brandi, you are a full adult. You cannot be rage texting teenage girls or boys, teenagers in general. Brandi, I mean, I don't know what is going on with Brandi. The reason why I don't like Brandi is because there's a soft spot where I do think she has a lot of trauma and a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. And clearly she's self-medicating. And I have compassion for that. What I don't have the compassion for is when she perceives an attack or perceives to not feel whatever, then she lashes out in such a mean way to hurt people, right? Like that's too dark for me. It's too dark. It's like, go get the help that you need, clean up your stuff. You know, there's no shame in it. Go get the help that you need, clean up your stuff, and then show up for the world and for your children and whatever. But it's like, you can't go off like that. You can't. Hey, dear Dana, housewives began as wealthy women with families that are friends, showing their wealthy lives, interacting, having fun, showing what goes on between them. Exactly. Now it is a hot mess and more often dark. 100%. It has gotten dark. Think about it. Now with all of the like criminals and the fraudulence, alleged sex traffickers, mixing the booze and the meds, people in lawsuits for $27 billion, having, people going to jail for scamming elderly people and wire fraud, people, taking themselves out because of all this other stuff. Like, there is so much stuff out there. Like, all you have to do is like Google like reality stars fraud, reality stars the S word, reality stars, whatever the case may be, and it all pops up. It's not just housewives. It's across a lot of reality show, right? A lot of reality TV where there's all the stuff that comes on. But damn. You know what I mean? Crazy stuff. So yeah, Brandi, prayers up for you, girl. Go get some real help. Please do not drink and get high and black out. And that's not healthy. That could lead to really bad things. I don't think you're necessarily a bad person, but saying I'm drunk and high doesn't excuse your behavior at this point in life. It really, really doesn't. Especially going after someone's child. So at the end of the day, a teenager is still a child. I don't care how grown you want to perceive them to be. Teenagers are still children. Woo, you guys. We made it. Oh my gosh. I want to give a shout out to everyone who was still here, who hung with me. I appreciate you so much. My candy canes, you guys are so beautiful, and I love you. Everyone who comes on my channel and hang out, you're just a beautiful soul, and I love you guys. I love you, love you, love you so much. So if you guys are here and you like a fun kiki, go ahead, join the candy cane community, subscribe to the channel. You can join the community. You can give a thanks or super thanks if you want. You could like the video. There's tons of ways. And then I also have a newsletter and books and podcasts and freebies all in the description box. So go and treat yourself in the description box, you guys. I love you guys so, so, so much. We'll be back for more housewives, pop culture, self-care, all of it. You know how we get down over here with the candy cane gang. Yes. Yes, Brandi needs a full-on intervention, like for sure, in a mental health facility. I agree, throughout 90 days, in my professional opinion. I agree. The first thing she needs to do is dry out and clean up. She needs to put the booze away. She said she got high. You can get high on a lot of different things. However she's getting high, that needs to be cleaned up. Whatever meds she on, whatever regimen of meds she on needs to be reset for something that is right for her. You know what I mean? Maybe she's mixing and popping and doing whatever, but she needs full on reset, cleanse, detox, therapy, mental health, all of it. Cause it's a lot. It's a lot. And when we see these people on our screens, it's disheartening, right? To like watch someone where you're like, I want to come and have a kiki about you, but I also see that you're truly suffering. So it's tough, right? It's tough to be like, girl, get your ish together. But I also have compassion for you, because behind, you know, the Real Housewives and blah, 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 is an actual human being who is suffering. You know what I mean? Someone who is not suffering does not behave that way, you know? So yeah, I hope she gets all of the help that she needs. I also hope that Lisa Rinna is out. I hope Erika is out. I hope Diana is out. I hope Dorit stays. I hope Kyle gets it together. I hope Garcelle and Sutton give it to the girls at the reunion. I hope Bravo and Evolution Media gets a better research team. Like, yeah, I hope a lot of stuff, but I'm here for it. I'm here for the stuff. I am here for the stuff. Yay. Thank you guys. The Tusky says at Dear Dana, totally 100%. Yes. Hey, Dear Dana, shows love and light to everyone. Enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you, Candy. You're welcome. Hey, Miss Tease is back. What I missed. Oh, we've got to wrap up. You can do replay. I'm going to have to edit the middle of the video, which you guys came back for me. Thank you. Yes, everyone. All right, my beautiful candy canes. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I love you guys. As always, take care of yourself and each other. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell, because some of you were saying you weren't being notified when I was going live, so you might have to re-hit that button. But until next time, everybody, take care of yourself and each other, and I love you. And remember, all of this stuff, it's just for fun. It's for a kiki. Don't forget to be present within your own life and be happy. Take every day as a gift, because it is. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram at Candy Washington. Let's go!